do it. You're listening to Outta Nowhere. You're listening to the Outta Nowhere Wrestling Podcast, brought to you by WrestleCrate, WrestleCrate.com.
Yes, WrestleCrate.com. I opened up my WrestleCrate on my live Monday Night Raw review the other night, and I had a whole hell of a lot of fun doing it. And let me tell you something. This is maybe one of the best WrestleCrates that there's been, so I'm really pumped up for anybody who didn't see it to put it up there, and I can't wait till JD gets his flowing too. That'll be great. JD, you get your WrestleCrate yet?
It's actually sitting right behind me, unopened. I didn't even open it yet. And I actually, that's when I clicked off your Raw review video because I'm like, fuck, I don't want to see what's in it yet.
Yep. I do the same thing. I don't want to know what's in it until... Although, sometimes there's like an obscure wrestling item in there, and I'm like, not really sure.
Did we at least tell me this? Did we get a figure or a Funko or a fucking action figure or anything?
Oh, you will get a figure.
Okay.
And you will absolutely get a figure. That's all I'll say. The figure this time is the best. I think it has the potential to be the best figure that we've gotten so far.
Yeah, them guys are doing their thing over there, man. WrestleCrate's fucking beast.
You will absolutely get something, dude. I'm looking at the back right now, and I've seen other people's unboxings now, and you have 3 choices, and I'm pretty sure all 3 choices are awesome, and 2 of the 3 choices are really awesome.
Wow.
So, my son was like, Gavin was like, let's go, let's open this thing up, and then so I actually opened it with him, and then we opened it up on the Raw review too. So that opening was kayfabe.
Oh, nice.
That was my only kayfabe opening. I'll admit it right here on Outta Nowhere. Nobody else knows that, but now you know that.
And if you guys want WrestleCrate, Joe sent me or JD sent me instant 10% off your first crate, man.
Bam. We get the plugs in early here, man.
There you go.
Let me get the Twitch alerts up so that if anybody's going to be donating tonight, we can do that. What? People love them. That's why I said 2 out of the 3 were amazing. All right, so JD, what are you feeling tonight? What's going on tonight? How are we here? Are we drinking? Are we taking it easy? Are we burnt out from work?
I'm burnt out from work. I drank last night during my WWE 2K16 stream, so no drinking tonight, but I do have a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me so I can stay awake.
Nice. I thought, you know what? I didn't grab any coffee or anything. Leah, get me tea. She gave me the finger.
Nice.
Oh my God, man. So anyway, let's get to, the real thing. I watched NXT tonight, so I've got some points I can talk about, but I want to get to this breaking kind of news here, this Seth Rollins injury, and it's got to be an injury. The way he slams his foot down in this video is incredible, and it's not right what he does. At the very least, he has a mild sprain or a bruise, and he'd probably be lucky with either one of those 2 things, honestly, because you can clearly see the way his leg. It's like if you were to he doesn't quite bend it and rip it and or sprain. It looks more like it. Usually you expect to land easily on your feet, but it's almost like his leg snapped and his foot smashed the ground instead of kind of landing on the ground like your foot normally would. It bounces off the canvas badly.
I'm hoping it's just a bruise, bro. The way he landed, I seen the video right before we went live. I hope it's not his knee, because the way he landed just looked really, really funny. I don't know. I don't know why he's in a match with fucking Kane to begin with. Right. I just don't understand WWE. What the fuck?
I don't understand it. In where he's going to carry most of the load, they're in Ireland, I guess.
Yeah. Jet lagged, I'm sure.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I was like, are you kidding me? Sunset flips in the... they don't care, though. I've learned this. They go. They do they do these matches everywhere in house shows.
Someone in the chat said sprained ACL. God forbid. That fucks up all their plans for WrestleMania. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, sprained ACL. You might get back for Mania, maybe. Torn ACL, it's over.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that. I'm hoping it's a bad foot bruise, like the back of his heel is bruised, because that's what smacked the ground. So I mean, to me, it looks. I'm hoping it's a heel bruise, and that's really the best thing to hope for, I guess. I mean, here's the video. Let me pull the video up here. Let's try not to get sued though. Let me put this over here, and here's the fan cam, and here's the video, and we'll take a look at it together. Okay, let me turn the volume down so we don't kill everybody. Now there's Kane setting him up for a suplex, and they start tapping each other for, you know, what they're going to do. Seth Rollins climbs up on the top rope. Here goes sunset flip, and oh, he just slams his leg down. Oh, you know something? You know something? It's almost like he was hurt before it.
Yeah, before he put Kane in the power bomb. Yeah. Let's see. I'm watching it live on the channel now. It's a little delay, but now it's coming up.
It looks like because look at how
his leg, dude. It just looked like it just. I don't know. It's gotta be his knee, man. The way his leg is bent, it's gotta be his knee.
It's almost like it happened before he hit the ground. It happened as he pushed off the turnbuckle. You know what I'm saying? Like as he pushed off the turnbuckle, because what happens is he shifts all his body weight to his left side. And I think what it could just be, here's what I think it could be initially, looking at this, and I'm freezing it as I do this. You'll notice his body weight shifts to the left side as he goes over Kane because he's trying to make it over massive-ass Kane. Right there, where I'm pausing it right now.
Yep.
He's not flat. You want both of your legs and both your feet to touch at the same time, flatly hitting, but instead he swings from left to right, so that his right leg and knee and foot are taking more impact because they're whiplashing into the mat because he's not balanced as he goes for this sunset flip, and you want to be balanced because his right knee and foot have a longer distance to travel, and because of that, they also hit the ground with a heavier velocity, and that's what could cause this issue.
That spot was fucking so unnecessary. Just looking at it and pause right now.
Yeah.
So a sunset flip on a 300-pound, 7 foot tall guy off a top rope. So stupid.
And then they are helping him back to the locker room here.
Yeah.
And that's the scary thing. Although he is seemingly standing there, and I really do hope I hope to God it's because I've seen his knees bend all over the place, but I'm hoping that's like you said, it's got to be a bruise on the bottom of the foot. I would like it to be like a heel bruise, a bruised heel or something like that, because the back of his heel really whacked the mat, and there was it bounced off the mat, and that would give you a bruise. So let's hope for that, and that's it. I don't know, man. So do you want to be spoiled with this NXT shit that happened tonight? I mean, it wasn't...
Yeah, talk about it. I mean, I'll eventually watch it. I know, the only thing I know is I know Samoa Joe turned heel.
Okay, well, that was what I was going to get at.
Yeah.
And Leah spoiled it for me because we're about to watch the match, and I'm thinking, what are they doing with the two faces against each other, and what's going to happen here? And then Leah was on the floor, and she was looking through her phone, and she goes, she goes, I'm going to look up where Finn Balor's from. And the next thing you know, she says, Finn Balor and Apollo Crews helped to the back? And I'm like, why are you reading that? Don't read that out loud to me. She goes, what? It didn't say say who wins. I'm like, but they both got help to the back? That's telling me there's outside interference happening.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking more. And then after Brandon Colvin comes out and attacks them and everything, then when Samoa Joe came out, I thought, oh my God, he's going to turn heel. He's going to attack Balor. And then he did, and I was like, the whole thing was ruined because Leah told me. It's your fault, Leah. Damn it. I'm just kidding. I'm not mad. Okay.
Well, I think Apollo Crews. I mean, I love his work so far. I think he's doing great. I just think it's too early for him to be champion. I know they gave Kevin Owens the fucking title as soon as he got there, but Kevin Owens and Apollo Crews, it's two different paths for two different guys. Everybody wants to see the Joe versus Balor match. I think there's a lot more intrigue in that.
Yeah, I agree. No, I agree. Well, I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I'm not too sold on Joe. That's horrible, and I'm not 100% sure, but it's fractured foot, possibly a sprained MCL. I'm hoping hyperextended knee. Well, there's a lot of different things. Thank you, Lemon, for donating to the show tonight, and thank you for being a shit bum. For $5, you can be a shit bum. If you donate $5, you're a shit bum. If you donate $3.16, you get Stone Cold Steve Austin. And of course, you just donate anything. You're a winner. You're a winner for being here. Click the like button for us right now if you can. You've been killing it. This show has been doing great. Dude, we had a crazy show last week.
Yeah, we went off on the Divas. Joe fucking threw a fit. It was fantastic.
I think it's because you took the lead of hosting more. I think when you're dealing, I think I do better. I'm not joking. I think when you're setting the tone, I think I do better.
That's funny. I think the same way about you. I think when you're dealer, I think I'm better.
That's funny. So I don't know. I don't know what that means. Yeah, maybe that just means I'll be the Jannetty tonight. I don't know.
That means we're the best fucking tag team in the WWE. That's what it means.
If we were there, we would do it. And how about Jordan and Gable were like, the only thing that left me, the most puzzling thing tonight on NXT, which you'll see it, but Jordan and Gable were like, we want the most dominant tag team there is ever been in NXT to come back so we can face them and everything.
Who the fuck was that, the Ascension?
And then they were like, you were talking about you, Ascension, and it was just like, that's weird. That doesn't make sense.
I love that. That's probably my favorite tag team in WWE right now, man. Gable and Jordan.
Yeah.
Those guys are absolutely fucking beast.
I just don't know why they're calling out, the Ascension. I mean, I get what's going on, but it's just, it seems like a step back. Like, the Ascension is like in limbo land right now. They don't know what's going on. And then they're going to face Gable and Jordan. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it brings up everybody they think. I have
no idea. I mean, WWE just clueless about how to book them. I seriously don't know how they can fuck that up. I mean, you got the Lucha Dragons doing pretty decent on the main roster. Why not the Ascension?
It's the first time I've bitched about something like this in NXT, but it's just that's how bad the main roster made the Ascension.
Yeah.
I should be excited to see the Ascension in the NXT. You know what? It's going to be awesome anyway. Right now it seems terrible. It's going to be awesome. They're going to do what they can do on NXT next week, and, we're going to wonder why they can't just do this on Raw. Again, as always, like every fucking thing else. Randy Orton's trailer for his new movie was out. That was great, but he's injured. Is this an official thing that he friggin' tried to carry the garbage out and hurt his arm? Is that
this
really?
This is what I legit heard, dude, on a few podcasts, and one of them said that he got injured taking out the trash. I don't know what the fuck he was taking out, but hopefully it was the Big Show, so we don't have to see him on fucking TV anymore.
I'm not home all day.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that, but that's the legit injury that we're hearing. Took out the trash. Maybe he was moving furniture. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Don't leave it right here all day. I mean, I don't know. Like, the kid, look what they do with the discs. Leah was talking about her. She got the Zelda 3DS, that new one.
Oh, shit, nice.
I paid for it, and it's got a dent in it already, of course. But, kids are everywhere. And then my every disc I own has scratches in it that who knows where they came from. They like just go, look, let's paint with this. Or, like, let's scratch it all over the place. What the fuck? What else do we got there? To Finn Balor, I would think that he would be going to WWE sooner, but now it seems like he's not. Because if he gets this thing with Joe, and then he stays in NXT, and then eventually Apollo Crews, you would think would be getting that title. Maybe they'll give it to Joe. I mean, Joe bores me, to be honest. I'm not into him at all right now.
Because they really haven't given him anything to do.
I'm proud to be a shit bum. BTW, this show is fucking great. Both you and JD kill it every week. Oh, and JD, Mr. 9 to 5 is a beast. I laugh my ass off watching your career mode. Rick Rude got screwed.
Thanks, Levin. $5 shit bum over there. I love it. But you know something? Nothing compares to Buttfuck Dumb, who's going to be making his appearance in 2K16 soon. Maybe Buttfuck Dumb will take on one of JD's guys. 973, you're on. What's up?
What's up, Joe? What's up, JD? How you guys doing tonight?
What's up, man?
I just want to talk about. Are we talking about anything right now, WWE?
No,
this is out of nowhere, man. Talk about anything you want.
This is out of nowhere. Again.
All right, so I wanted to talk about since the rivalry series is coming up. I remember when I'm 19 right now, but back in 2005, 2005, I was like around what? I was like in 4th grade, I think like 12 years old, and I remember they had a Team SmackDown versus Team Raw.
Yeah.
It was like SmackDown had Batista, Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton, JBL, and Bobby Lashley, and Raw had Shawn Michaels, Big Show, Kane, Carlito, and Chris Masters. And for me back then, that was I marked out for that. Like, I don't know if you guys were pretty older, so like, did you guys enjoy that, or was just that
I'll tell you right now.
Kid?
Even to me, that still seems new, doesn't it? Like, I mean, to me, like I think when I think of my old memories of Survivor Series, I think of like Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Hulk Hogan, like Texas Tornado, and fucking, or Stone Cold or somebody, No, that was really good though. Looking back, that was at a time when I had I turned off I stopped watching for a little while. During that time, believe it or not, I hated that time. I turned it on and didn't know who Carlito was. For a second, I was like, "Who's this guy who eats an apple? Like, this is weird." But no, I had started coming back around that time too. So that was really good when you think about it. I don't remember how good the match was though. Maybe JD does.
Yeah, the match. I mean, it was all right. The whole concept of it was good, but the split rosters, Raw and SmackDown, I was completely not a fan of.
I was sick of that.
I fucking hated that shit. That
I
shit
never
was
wanna
so
see it.
fucking annoying. Yeah, it's like you had half decent guys, the guys that we know and love, like Michaels and Cena and Kane and all them fucking guys. Then you got the rest of them being scrubs. So it's like it didn't really do anything for anybody. A lot of people say it built up people. It didn't build up anybody. It just showed you how fucking weak the WWE roster is because they don't build new stars.
Yeah, it really. Survivor Series has always been like a bizarre thing. It's like, it's always sort of interesting to watch when it happens. But when you go back and watch Survivor Series, usually you're just like, I don't give a damn about this at all. Like, I don't, I one of the Survivor Series I remember the most now is that tournament thing, Deadly Games with Stone Cold. You remember that with Shane McMahon, and they screwed him, and it was even that was kind of a horror show by the end of it. But
you guys want to see a true Survivor Series match? Go on the WWE Network, 1993. The Foreign Fanatics versus the All-Americans. You had Luger, the Steiner Brothers, and the Undertaker of all fucking people versus Yokozuna, the Mountie, Crush, and Ludwig Borga. That was a fucking match, man. When the Undertaker was tagged in to fucking go one-on-one with Yokozuna, Bobby Heenan going crazy. Absolutely fantastic. If you guys got the network, go out and watch it. Even the first match on that fucking pay-per-view, you had two random teams with 8 guys who had absolutely nothing to do with each other, and it was a great show.
I don't know why they did it better then. For some reason, those old Survivor Series matches are better. The old Survivor Series were somewhat good. Like, I mean, really, you're right. Until about, I want to say like 1995, 96. 95 maybe? I don't know. One of those years was the last year that we really got multiple traditional matches throughout the night. And a couple of those years where they did the elimination thing, I thought that was interesting. The only thing that I didn't like about it was, at the end of the night, they put the faces with the faces and the heels with the heels. So it was like, oh, coincidentally, all the guys who won, who are faces, go together. Like, that's the weirdest thing ever in a tournament. Like, they should have had, maybe they had captains and I forget. I don't know if that's what happened, but it would be interesting to give everybody a number and a seed, and then whoever survives goes on to the end of the night.
Do you foresee NXT branching out into doing a territorial system? I think it would be a great idea. And the NXT we know and love would be the finishing school for WWE.
That's interesting. And that would have been a question, I think, and thanks for the donation, Mosh Master D. That would have been a good question for about 3-4 years ago. But now NXT is sort of its own brand. They're branching out as their own brand. They're not going to branch out apart from itself. They're going to be on their own tour. I mean, they could have some NXT people here and there, but they're not going to, I don't think they would create a new territory, multiple territories or whatever. They're just NXT, and they're going to go around being their own entity because that's all they need to do. Hopefully we answered that guy's call the right way. Yeah, I did let him go, but...
Yeah. And dude, if you look at the Survivor Series now and how it's being built up, except for the Undertaker and his thing going on with the Wyatt family, I'm assuming that's going to be a traditional 4-on-4 match. I'm hearing rumors that it's going to be a 4-on-2. I don't know what sense that's going to make, but we'll talk about that in a second because that's another thing I want to kind of dive into, who's going to team with the Undertaker. But if you look at the card, I don't know why they're even calling it Survivor Series. There's nothing but singles matches on the show.
Yeah, they like to get away with that traditional Survivors. They go, now a traditional Survivor Series match, and there's only one of them, or there's two of them.
You got Alberto Del Rio apparently giving Jack Swagger a U.S. title shot. Jack Swagger's been fucking off TV for what, 6 years now? Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand why he's getting a title shot. We got Charlotte versus Paige, and we got Roman versus Seth if Seth is ready to go. You got Kevin Owens versus somebody. Apparently Goldust is feuding with him on Twitter, so they're going to set up an IC title match for that. I don't understand. There's 4 singles matches. And never in my fucking wildest dreams did I ever envision a Survivor Series of 4 singles matches.
No, I don't understand it. I don't get it. They could have come up with something for all these. They could have come up with something.
Tag team title match. You're going to have the Lucha Dragons, I'm assuming, versus the New Day. I don't understand it.
Yeah, you could have done something with the New Day and somebody versus, you're right, somebody else. I mean, even a tag match for the titles. But even if not the titles, just put the stables together, you know? Get it going. And maybe they think they don't want to. Maybe they want to make the match more special to have only. Maybe they're looking at some of those older Survivor Series where that last Survivor Series stare down because only one team would survive was the most interesting thing. Maybe. I mean, I don't think that Kane and Undertaker and everything could be the main event, but maybe it could. Maybe that would be the main event. And it would be a special situation, which would actually make that traditional Survivor Series match sort of special again, because it would be the only match on the card, and it would be last, and it has the Undertaker and the Wyatts and Kane. And I went on another wrestling podcast show, and they the other night, I don't know if they aired it yet, but I said that it's going to be Undertaker, Kane, Dean Ambrose, but I honestly don't know who the hell it is after that. Maybe Cesaro.
No, I mean, I'm just hoping it's not fucking Big Show. That's all. That's I'm praying for that. But I mean, WWE can go two ways about this. They really can. Either one, they use these 2 slots to build up 2 guys and give them like the fucking ultimate rub ever, 2 NXT guys, or they bring back Sting, and then they bring back Daniel Bryan. Because Daniel Bryan's got a history with the Wyatt family. Daniel Bryan's got history with Kane in Team Hell No. That would be great. And then Sting, obviously. Sting is Sting,
I still think Daniel Bryan will show up at the Rumble as a surprise. I think they're gonna keep him hidden. You know what I mean? They're not gonna mention him at all. They're gonna keep him hidden like you wouldn't believe, and he'll show up as a surprise in the Rumble. I think.
Fuck it. Survivor Series is now called Starcade.
Might as well be.
That's not a bad idea. Call it Starcade World War III.
Or they can bring up Finn Balor
Yeah,
team with The Undertaker. I don't know.
That would be great. I don't know if that's going to happen with the timing of... I mean, he could come up and still be in NXT. He could be the NXT champion coming up to be on their team. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Gets that championship title, more exposure and stuff. Yeah, no, they could do that. That's a good idea. I would love Finn Balor to be with Kane. I'd be way more interested then. And if he was with Dean Ambrose, too. If Dean was with him. Let's take another call. 985.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Joe and JD?
What was that? What do you got?
This is what I think they're going to have for Survivor Series. They're going to have Undertaker, Kane, Daniel Bryan, and Sting.
That would be crazy. Undertaker, Kane, Daniel Bryan, and Sting. That would be sick. I mean, that would be sick. I don't think that's going to happen, but that would be sick. I would take the same thing with Finn Balor. Finn Balor, Sting, Kane, Undertaker. That would be sick. I'll take that.
Either one of them works. I think you could get this is an opportunity to build 2 guys, if 1 or 2 guys in NXT if you want to bring them up. Finn Balor, Baron Corbin, somebody. But the Daniel Bryan Sting thing, it makes sense. People want to see Sting and The Undertaker. What better way, if we don't get a match, to have both of them in the same fucking match on the same team, and then Daniel Bryan, obviously everybody wants to see him back. It'll be a great way. I'm hearing rumors of The Rock being at Survivor Series for whatever reason, starting WrestleMania 32 program.
Wow. There's always The Rock always shows up everywhere.
Yeah.
Maybe for Lesnar, you think?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm hearing Lesnar's not due back until at least January, so I don't know what the fuck they got going on.
Wrestling Hobo says WWE lacks men, period.
Yeah.
Batista is garbage, someone says. If Daniel Bryan doesn't win the Rumble, will the crowd boo again? If I think I'm not gonna. It depends where they are for the Rumble. Actually, I think. But I have a strong feeling that even if Daniel Bryan isn't there, I think the fans are gonna start chanting for him again. I'm not even joking. Injured or not injured or whatever. I think the fans are going to chant for him again. I said this last year when the Rumble. I said this at the Rumble review that night. I said, you know something? We're not going to be. No one's going to be happy until he wins a Royal Rumble. These people are going to chant because they feel like he should have won it in the first place the first time. Daniel Bryan should have won that first Rumble. He didn't. Batista did. Then he gets put in. But you know what? The story they told with him having to go through Triple H was so much fun that I'm kind of glad it happened that way now.
Yeah. Because we took control of everything, or the fans took control of everything. Yeah. They're like, fuck it. We don't want Roman Reigns. We're going to fucking tell you what we want, and you're going to listen to us.
Yeah, they hijacked it, according to Aaron Rift from No IQ.
Yeah. Sorry,
Aaron. You're fucked.
No IQ.
I love No IQ. Man, I'll tell you what. If you looked up troll in the dictionary, like a troll, like a gnome or something, like one of those like trolls from like an actual like the fucking mythical creature, I'm pretty sure Aaron Rift would come up in the fucking book. Like I
don't watch those guys.
My God, is he weird?
Someone in the chat said, "Yo, Joe, why don't you go into the Royal Rumble and go to WrestleMania?"
I should. But they won't, you know what I mean? They won't give me the time. Maybe I'll hop the barrier and I'll attack one of the Shield like everybody else does, and I'll jump in the Rumble. Maybe I'll hit Randy Orton in the balls while he's standing up doing his pose. Let me take a phone call from Jordan Turner before I go crazy, because I'm getting close to just going on a rant about something. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm sorry, you tried to call in on the Raw review, right? You were the one that I missed you?
Yes, sir.
That's right. All right, good. We got you.
Tell JD I said what's up, man.
Oh, he can hear you.
What's up, JD? How you doing?
What's up, man? What's your question?
Man, I'm trying to think of like WrestleMania 32 and what, card.
I think you mean WrestleMania Dallas Star.
Dallas Star, yeah, Dallas Star.
Yeah, get that 32 out of there.
Yeah, Dallas Star.
Wait, have they re-released the logo with the 32 on it?
No.
Okay, all right, good.
I don't think so.
Then keep it Star. WrestleMania Star button.
WrestleMania Star.
I'll be at Survivor Series. I got a movie to promote in which
someday
I make
we'll get
more
to your
money
question.
than all my WWE contacts combined.
Thank you, Dave Batista, for donating $1. Dave Batista. He would donate $1, wouldn't he?
Is that who donated? Dave Batista?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude! After all the money he made with his 007 film, $1.
I know,
awesome,
right?
Bro.
I can't imagine him. He is. I imagine his foot hair is the weirdest. Is weird looking. Dave Batista, like the hair that grows on his feet, I feel like it's very gross. I mean, that's what I take out of him. Anyway, I'm sorry, Jordan. What were you saying? What the hell were you saying?
No problem, man. No problem. I was talking about WrestleMania 32.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And
no, WrestleMania Star button. WrestleMania Dallas Star. Let's get this right. Vince McMahon will be very mad. You're making WrestleMania sound old, and I don't like that.
I wanted to get you guys' opinion on it because I have a WrestleMania card that I wanted to talk to you guys about.
Okay.
A couple of matches that I thought about. So for the Divas title, I would have the 4 Horsewomen, the Fatal 4-Way.
I don't like that because I hate 4-ways.
No 4-Way?
All right, well, I take it back. I mean, maybe I like 4-ways.
Run through it, Jordan. Run through your card.
Yeah, who's the people? What do you got?
We'll break it down. Obviously, Joe doesn't like the Fatal 4-Way. Go on.
All right, I would have the Shield Triple Threat for the World title.
Wait, who?
The WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Who was it?
The Shield.
Okay.
The Shield.
All right.
And then I would have, Joe's not probably going to like this, but obviously he's injured, but if he wasn't injured, I would have had Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar for the title. Not for the title, I'm sorry, in a singles match.
All right.
The Undertaker, that's a tough one. If we don't get Sting versus Undertaker, I would like to see John Cena versus Undertaker.
Okay.
Obviously, Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn for the IC title.
I'd like to see that, yeah.
The Hardy Boys, if they come back, I would like to see them versus the Dudley Boys for the tag team titles in the TLC.
All right.
Joe sounds incredibly enthused about this WrestleMania card.
Well, I was really trying to hold back because, you know what I mean? You had to help him out to go along because I was ready to just go off on everything he said. So I'm trying to sit back and let
Go ahead, Joe.
No, I'm just, all right.
Go ahead, man.
I think that part of why I'm not enthused of some of it is because I don't think it's going to happen. So I'm so far away from it that's why. Okay, so first of all, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, I love that. That should be what happens there. I agree. That's fine with me. IC title or Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor for the IC title in a ladder match. I'd like to see that. Sami Zayn, whatever. But I'd take Sami Zayn too. That's great. I think their rivalry should have something like that. That would be wonderful. And then I don't like too many triple fatal four-ways and shit for the titles. So I would take either the Shield all against each other or the fatal four-way with the women. I don't want to see both of those.
Would you like to see Charlotte versus Sasha?
Yes.
For the Divas title?
Yeah, I want to see a one-on-one women's match and let them go out and go crazy. Yes, that's what I want to see. I don't want to see... Because when you add one more person, it always waters it down. It makes it harder to... it really does make it harder to have a really good match. Triple H, Benoit, and Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania, I was scared shitless for that match. I was like, no, I don't know.
I was too, yeah.
And it ended up being good, but... So I don't know.
Good, yeah.
What, JD, what do you think? What else? What do you think about this?
What do you think, JD?
I'm not really going to book WrestleMania right now. I was actually on the podcast tonight. I was talking to Joe before we actually went on the air. I was with two of the guys from Share Shot Reality. They host a podcast over there. And I did a 15-minute segment talking about Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. And do I think Roman Reigns is ready for the world title? Obviously, my answer was no. I think Roman Reigns right now, if you give him a primetime spot in a main event, if you give him a big match situation, Roman Reigns is going to give you a fucking great match. He's not going to win the title at Survivor Series. Seth Rollins, hoping this injury is nothing big. Seth Rollins will hold the title to WrestleMania. He should hold the title to WrestleMania. I think Dean Ambrose is going to turn heel. I think Dean Ambrose is going to turn heel. He's going to fuck over Roman Reigns. And then we're going to get a rematch with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns at TLC in some type of stipulation. And it's going to continue on from there. Why Dean Ambrose turned, we'll get the answer. This is all going to bleed into the Royal Rumble. And I mentioned on the podcast tonight that I think WWE really needs to sit down and rebuild the Royal Rumble and make it intriguing again and be like, you know what? What the fuck just happened in this Rumble, man? I have to watch Monday Night Raw the next night. WWE needs to pull a Luger and Bret Hart in 1994, but instead of having Luger and Bret, you do it with Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. We have dual winners in the Royal Rumble, and we have a triple threat match that is all built around at WrestleMania between the Shield. That's the way I would build it. And then the other match I would want to see is Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn because that's the only other match that makes sense. Yeah. After that, it's all question marks. You have the perfect opportunity to do that with Roman and Dean and have them both go out at the same time. Pay me, WWE. Like I'm cheap. But the problem I'm worried about is them doing something. I'm so sick of them adding. The thing I can't stand, even though it helped Daniel Bryan go, I can't stand when they add something afterwards, when they add somebody afterwards. Like, Daniel Bryan gets added afterwards, or when this guy gets added. It legitimizes it. It devalues the Royal Rumble. Yeah. It devalues it. It always does, and it's terrible. And I can't stand when they do it. I don't want them to do it at all. I agree. There's no need for Dean to have to keep attacking, because I could see that Dean keeps interfering. Survivor Series 2, JD. Ha 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 ha. It was Keemstar. Keemstar is going to be at Survivor Series. Oh, nice. Look out for him. He might try to diddle you as he makes a fucking story about you on YouTube. So that's right. He should be Keemstar.
But no, yeah, and then Dean keeps attacking Roman. Roman goes, you know what? You want a piece of me? You get in the match too at WrestleMania, and I'll prove I'll beat both your asses. That's what Roman would do. That's what they would do. And that is typical WWE right there. Is Roman just says, you know what? You want to keep sticking your nose in my business, Dean, and all this stuff, and you want your piece of this? Let's go. I'll beat both your asses. That's what Roman would do. And if Roman Reigns won the Rumble, again, which is wow. I mean, I think, but I think they should both, like you said, go. They should both go out. I think like Dean should like clothesline him, and they should both go over. But you know what? The problem is, even back then, way back then, with Luger and Bret Hart, they had great camera angles, and we saw clearly that they both landed at the same time. It was almost unbelievable that they were able to time that the way they did. And I'm sure if they didn't do it the best, they wouldn't have had a camera angle. They would have gone with we don't have a clear-cut angle. And so then they, you know what I mean? They would have gone with that.
Exactly.
And what we could do is they could do that here. They could try to land at the same time and make it look great. And if they don't, well, all of a sudden we don't have an angle, you know? The only other time something controversial I think happened like this at the Rumble was, I think it was 95 or it was 97 or 96. It was like Stone Cold won, but he had gotten eliminated and he came back in, and then it was down to.
Yes, dude, that's my favorite. That's one of my. If you had to pick a top 3 Rumble moment, I think that's probably up there as number 1. That was unbelievable.
Then they did like a 4-way, right? Like the next night on Raw or a pay-per-view or something. I forget who it was. It was like Bret Hart, Stone Cold.
Fucking Bret Hart eliminated both The Undertaker and Vader. And then he actually first eliminated Stone Cold, and then he eliminated both Undertaker and Vader, and then Stone Cold behind the referee's back because the referees were fucking preoccupied with Terry Funk and Mankind on the opposite side of the ring because they were beating the shit out of each other. Stone Cold sneaks in on the opposite side after he was eliminated, clearly, and then he eliminates Bret Hart to win the Rumble, and then Bret Hart's fucking throwing a fit at the announce table, fucking screaming in Vince McMahon's face. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
And it was controversy. I mean, I don't always like controversy in the Rumble. I think this would be a time to do it. Last year's Rumble was, and I'm not even talking about the ending. I'm not talking even about Roman Reigns winning, because in the scheme of things, that was fine. It was the way people were eliminated last year that was enraging. It was unbelievable, some of the eliminations. I mean, I agree. The Rumble is horrible. I went back to watch it, and it was so bad. The Rumble the year before was much better. Just the core, whatever they planned out was just piss poor. And then Bray Wyatt's in the thing. Typical Bray Wyatt, right? Typical Bray Wyatt. He is right below a main eventer, isn't he? He's right below. Oh, you want to go to the main event? Well, you got to get past me so I can lose to you so you can go to the main event. Oh, I'm going to look strong as shit in the Rumble, and then I'm just going to get dumped out like a douchebag at the end. You know, it's just unbelievable. It was so Bray Wyatt. It's ridiculous. Wait till I put my Vince Russo interview up tomorrow. Tomorrow night officially, it is absolutely going up. I promise you all, because there's nothing's going on Thursday, so it's going up. Bam. EC3 is going to come back and join me again soon, so we will get EC3 on, even though he had to cancel. He'll be back on, and I got word.
Great.
And I'll get some more stuff for you too. Chavo Guerrero Jr. is going to be on soon, too, so that's going to be big, our Lucha friends. And Dave Rose, if you're listening, you call up and we'll make fun of you for all your Lucha opinions.
Dude, the one thing, getting back to the Rumble thing, but the one thing that they need to do to rebuild the Royal Rumble, and you mentioned you watched last year's Rumble, and it was just fucking awful. The placement of the guys when, in the order that they came down and entered the ring, it was awful. Daniel Bryan was eliminated in like 4 seconds. It was fucking just terrible. What they need to do is, instead of having 1 or 2 guys, 3 guys tops like they've been having as possible winners, they need to have at least half of the guys in the Rumble as, you know what, I could see this guy winning, I could see that guy winning.
Yeah.
They need to make it at least 15 of the 30 to be possible main event guys at WrestleMania. If you're not going to have it, then the Rumble's fucking worthless, because if you're going to give me Adam Rose, if you're going to give me fucking Bushwhacker Luke, I mean, those guys aren't going to win the fucking Rumble.
I don't mind a couple of those if they add more people to the Rumble. You know, make 40 again or something. Have more people come out. And
Yeah,
then,
but then if you have 40, then they're gonna fucking stretch the time when they come down to 60 seconds, and it's just too fast. I always love the 2 minutes back in the day.
yeah, I like the 2 minutes too. It gives people longer time to do something. It gives you more build up to the next guy. It just makes more sense. I like the 2 minutes. But also, it would be cool if it came down to those amount of people. Can you imagine? Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, or what? I don't know. Just think about all these people that could be at the end of the Rumble this year, and it would be very awesome. To have all these. You don't know who's gonna win.
That'd be great.
Reigns,
Ambrose, Lesnar, Bryan, Wyatt. Imagine that.
I thought Bryan was gonna win last year and the year before, but this year I would be convinced that Dean and Roman were gonna do something. That's where I would be convinced until they got eliminated. Actually, them get eliminated would be surprising to me because I just feel like we're doing what we were talking about here, but. What if Daniel Bryan comes back? That will be at least the one thing I'll say is I won't know what's going to happen. I won't know what's going to happen. Even if Daniel Bryan comes back as a surprise, I still won't know what's going to happen. Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and then Daniel Bryan. I don't know. Those three guys right there, I don't know. It should be, but I would actually lean towards favoriting Bryan because this guy, again, is the most overdue that there has been in the company. And without his injury, he would have had a pretty interesting, amazing run.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still more over than anyone. And he's not here. So he shows up, that place is going to explode. And I don't know where the Rumble is, but I'm going to look that up
I think
now.
it's in Tampa.
Oh. Well, you get a lot of the NXT fans out there. Maybe. Nah, they're a little further away, but
I see Isaac in the chat. Isaac, what's up, brother? He's asking, hope all is good. I was wondering who you guys hate the most on the main roster and why.
Ooh, there's a lot of people I hate. Hold on, let me pull up WWE.com and I'll fucking run through this whole thing for you. I don't care if they're not coming on my show. I don't care if they're coming on, not coming on. Superstars. Here we go. I'll go right now. Here we go. Superstars. Yeah. I'll even put the graphic up. Where's the freaking graphic? Look at all the champions. Unbelievable champions. Here we go. I'll put it right over my fucking face, too. All right, so we got Seth Rollins. We know I love Seth Rollins. You know I've been sucking Seth Rollins for 2 years. Kevin Owens, you know I love him. Fight Owens, fight Alberto Del Rio. He's a solid guy, and I'll give him that. Alberto Del Rio is a great wrestler, a solid guy. I don't have a problem with him being here. Divas champion, Charlotte. Of course we want Charlotte up there. Kofi Kingston, love Kofi. Big E Langston, love Big E. Love Xavier Woods. Adam Rose, please figure out who the fuck this guy is.
I've shared the Bear versus Cronin match with 20 of my friends and all of them love it, including a past WWF fan.
A past WWF fan. That was very, very eerie and ominous. Oh, that's so funny. Thank you, Sports Kingdom. I'm glad you shared my match with the Bear. I don't know. I showed one of my bosses saw it tonight, and he was just like, "That's the greatest thing I've ever seen." Have you seen my Bear match, JD?
I have not watched it yet, no.
Well, you should definitely watch it, especially for the ending. But it's a great build-up. Alex Riley.
I am formally announcing my entry in the Royal Rumble match. Somebody said something about being fired up.
I don't get that.
Somebody announced something about being fired up? Is that what he said?
He said fired up. Fired up.
I don't know what that means.
Tommy Rich donated $1. Thank you, Tommy Rich, and I accept your entry into the Royal Fumble. Okay, Alex Riley. I mean, Alex Riley is just... He's injured, you know what I mean?
Isaac, why don't we just go with the Big Show?
Yeah, let's go with the Big Show. Let me look through some more. Hold on. There's the Big Show. Yes, so far I've looked through 3 rows of people, and the Big Show is irritating the shit out of me.
I'm sure Paul White is an amazing human being, but on air I just can't fucking stand him.
He's an amazing human. He's a great wrestler, and he's a great talent and attraction. But with this horrible writing staff and what they write, You know what I mean? He's gonna suffer the most. One of the oldest guys, biggest guys, slowest guys, and he's flipped heel face 700 million times. Write for that. These people can't write for Bray Wyatt. Good luck writing for the fucking Big Show, who's been here for fucking 70 years. 501, what's up?
Wait, I'm on like Omegle. I don't know what's going on, dude.
Yeah, you're on Omegle?
Yeah, and I got this number.
And you got this number?
Yeah.
I heard people pull their pants down on Omegle.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, I heard people.
I don't know what that's about. But...
I don't know. I don't either, bro. You know what I mean? I heard people rape cats too.
Dude, I've heard that. That is just crazy.
It is crazy. You like wrestling?
Sure.
Go wrestle your snake for a little while. I'll see you later. All right. What the hell? The hell was that? Fucking Omegle.
How the fuck did they just randomly get this number?
I don't know. You know what the worst thing about, by the way, going through these superstars on WWE.com? Every time you click to the right, it like reshuffles them almost, and you get like a bunch of new ones, but then you see a repeat of one you just saw. Like they're not in like alphabetical order or anything. They're just random. Like you don't know what the hell is going to happen. Like look at this. Like I got Daniel Bryan twice. I got Alberto Del Rio twice. The Rock is on here for some reason, just so they can have The Rock there. Emma looks like a not a real person. I love her music. I just want to start raving. That's great. Oh man, what else we got? What the fuck?
Sandow and Curtis Axel, huh? Two guys that aren't even on the fucking TV.
Yeah, man. Eva Marie tonight on NXT. The fans of Chin, please don't hurt her. And and Cameron wrestled tonight on NXT.
Yeah, that I seen. I don't know. I fucking cringed when she came out, dude.
You know what's funny? I think it was her best match, and it was like it was like actually, you know something? It was like my match against the Bear. It was like Asuka had to do a bunch of shit, and she had like 2 or 3 spot things she had to do. Cameron had to remember, and then like that was it. It was like Asuka had a match against nobody. Like it was weird. That's what it felt like. It felt like my Bear match, like because I was limited in what I could do with the Bear, just like Asuka was limited in what she could do with Cameron. But yet it was Cameron's best match. Unbelievable.
I wish it was Cameron's last match.
Yeah, me too. I mean, you know, at least Eva Marie is like improving somewhat, and she's just when Eva, at least with Eva Marie, I'm gonna say the first positive thing I've ever said. At least like she flows a little bit in the ring. Like she looks like something different happens at different when she does things. They look different. Cameron always just looks like this light, like Chihuahua dog that jumps up on you and then falls over. Like she doesn't do anything else. She has like her charisma. She has this like sort of charisma when she's walking around. But once she gets in the ring, her charisma just drops. Like running off the ropes, everything she does just kind of, you just go, oh, this girl is not supposed to be doing this. Where's the Funkadactyl? You know what I mean? Like, get back to dancing.
Yeah, she doesn't belong in a ring, period.
Get her out of there. Stone Cold knew it the first day on that freaking Tough Enough thing, yet here she is.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of blowjobs are we giving out over in WWE? I mean,
dude,
like
everybody on the last season, this current season, Tough Enough. At least like 9 of them got signed to WWE contracts after they got eliminated.
9 of them.
Yep.
That's unbelievable. You know what though? I don't blame them because
fucking alligator wrestler got a contract.
I thought he was gonna win from the day one. I said he's gonna win because he's popular, but then P got less popular.
Yeah.
Because P wouldn't, he wasn't. What was he doing? He wasn't doing anything. But he was great. People loved him. He's funny. But it's almost like we watched his act get old by the end of the damn show, which was weird. I didn't expect that to happen. I thought he was just going to be destroying, and he was going to be over. He was going to be this big thing, and they were going to have to put him on TV as someone's like manager or something. I don't know.
They're all awful. I have no desire to see any of them people.
I understand them getting signed to give them a shot to see where they can go. Maybe a few of them show up in NXT for a second, and we see. You'll know. You know what I mean? You'll know after a few times. Nope, they didn't make it. Get them out of here. Well, they made it okay. I don't know. But NXT's been great, man. And some people that tell me they don't watch it, I can't believe that you put yourself through Raw, but you don't want to watch NXT. It's unfriggin' real.
NXT is the best wrestling show on fucking TV right now.
Right.
If you're not watching, I'm not saying that as a knock to the people who watch New Japan or Ring of Honor. I just don't watch New Japan or Ring of Honor. That's just the way I am.
And I do watch Ring of Honor, and I do love Ring of Honor, but yeah, there's something to NXT. It's because the production is so well done.
Yeah.
That you're getting the best of everything. But I do like ROH as well. But Sting teaming up with Undertaker, reports are flying around. Joseph Marcini, what's up, man?
What's going on, Joe and JD?
What's up, man?
All right, I would like to just like to hear what you guys have to say about Breaking Ground so far, because I've seen like the first 2 episodes so far, and I agree with JD said before when it first premiered. It's like keep going.
Yeah, I'll give my opinion on this real quick. First of all, I usually love these behind the scenes shows. I've been really obsessed with these things. I love it. Yeah. But I recently have been on a rant a little bit about the wrestling business just being too much, too oversaturated with breaking the kayfabe. And I feel like kayfabe's being raped and mocked right now. And it's so PG and bad that these things make it worse. And I think it's the Rusev and Lana thing that drove me nuts. And then seeing these behind-the-scenes shows. But I know if I put it on, I'm going to be obsessed. But
and that's how I am.
And I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised to see any of the Tough Enough guys on there. I wasn't really surprised. I was kind of like, oh, okay, this is interesting.
Yeah, it was. I haven't seen it, so I don't know. What do you think, JD? Because I don't know. I haven't seen it. I think actually I might watch it when we're done the show tonight because I've been meaning to.
Trust me, Joe. I think if you watch it, you're gonna want to watch. There's only 2 episodes.
In mine too.
Kevin Dunn just donated $1 and said, "Don't you go picking on my girls like Eva Marie, Cameron. I know you got Alicia Fox in mind too."
Oh my God.
Thanks, Kevin Dunn.
Yeah, Joe. Go out and watch it when you can. There's 2 episodes. If you're gonna watch episode 1, you're gonna want to watch episode 2 because I didn't have the luxury of going episode to episode. I actually had to wait a week because I seen it as it debuted, and I'm like, shit, I didn't want this to fucking end. Now I agree with you with the kayfabe thing. It's being fucking raped right now, and WWE really doesn't give a shit about it. I mentioned this on Off the Script. You go look at Triple H and Stephanie McMahon's Twitter page, and right in their Twitter profile, in the description, it says, "We play bad guys on TV."
Yeah.
So that right there just fucking kills it in itself. But to see how these guys, and to hear their backstories about how they broke into the business, why they're there, why they want to be there, why they want to be a WWE superstar, how they train, how they get ready for a match, how NXT is before they actually go through the curtain. That to me, dude, that stuff is very interesting. And we've been watching NXT and we've been watching these guys develop, and we care about these guys. So it's only natural for us to see more of them about how they get ready for what we see live on NXT every Wednesday.
Yeah. I'm excited for it.
So Joe, I definitely give your show Out of Nowhere definitely a 10 out of 10 for sure.
Well, thanks, man. Yeah, me and JD, we've been meaning to do this for a while, and when we get together, it's even better. This is I know this is one of my with JD, me and him. This is the most popular thing going right now for me. So I really appreciate that. I enjoy it. I think I owe you guys a state of the WWE, and I do want to plug my buddy, my producer. I'm going to plug my producer if I can. Justin Bailey, who does the Best There Is podcast on YouTube and all over the place. And Justin Bailey is going to be sitting in with me for State of the WWE. And so that's going to come back because everyone's like, where the hell has that been? So that's going to come back. But no, what we're doing with JD here, I mean, this has been great. So this has been wonderful. Monetize this is, taking a little bit of a thing. So, but we're killing it. So we're having fun. Let's take more calls because we can. 630-630, what's up?
Hey, man, called in last week as well. Just want a quick question about how would you guys book the 4v4 against the Y family at Survivor Series? Do you guys possibly see a potential Sting-Undertaker feud? I mean, it's now or never. I mean, if I were to book it, I would probably have Sting and Undertaker because Sting is probably one of the most likely candidates to team up with the Undertaker and Kane in everybody's minds. But if you were to team up with them, I'd probably say Sting and Undertaker be the last two in the ring, and then Sting double crosses him, and have the Wyatt family go over? Because I know, Joe, you are like so vocal about Bray Wyatt starting feuds and then not ending up winning them. So your thoughts on that, JD?
Yeah, that's interesting, and I think it's going to end up being more complicated than what we see. But I sort of like it a little bit. I don't think they need to even go into that crazy build-up. I think they can just simply do Sting shows up, Undertaker shows up, and then there we have a match. I don't think they need to go that crazy. And we did talk about it earlier with what we thought with them. But I mean, we have a lot more people listening to us right now than we did when we started, so
Yeah.
a lot of people missed that. But I think, what did we say? We thought it could be Sting, Undertaker, Kane, and Finn Balor, or Sting, Undertaker, Kane,
or Daniel Bryan. But I mean, the main thing about it, I don't think if Sting is there, it should not lead to a match with the Undertaker. Sting is going to be there, like Joe said, because Sting is going to be there. That's it.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. That crazy double cross stuff, no, I don't think so. In fact, I think, if anything, in my opinion, Stone Cold.
Oh,
Hey
shit.
JD, here's some money to buy a lighter and burn those damn Atlanta hats.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
All right, I got to remember something I got to say about the Wyatts and Undertaker. But Gracie, what's up? Gracie, are you the whale from Star Trek 4? I fucking love that movie. Gracie's pregnant.
I think it wouldn't be a surprise if Finn Balor headed back to Japan after his NXT stint.
No.
No, that's never going to happen.
That is not going to happen, no. Yeah, Finn Balor is going to go up to the main roster, no doubt about it. The only place to go is up. He's done all that stuff before. Finn Balor's a guy who likes to move forward. He said it in multiple interviews and multiple.
We said this. I said this on this show. I think it was on episode 1 or episode 2. One of them fucking shows. Finn Balor could be the face of the company if WWE wants him to be.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I don't know if that would happen. But, Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins, Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns, all that shit, you can see that coming. If you want to donate, in the description box below and support me and JD, because we could use some support, because I don't even have a beer tonight. But in the description box below, click that button. If you donate $5, you're a shit bum. If you donate $3.16, you get the Stone Cold like everybody. Thank you for the donation, and thanks for the question, and thank you guys. My thing that I brought up earlier, I was talking with another wrestling podcast, anotherwrestlingpodcast.com. Plugged you guys. How about that? They said, about the Bray Wyatt and why the Wyatts need to win and they need to be put over. And I said, yes, they need to be put over at WrestleMania and they need to be put over by The Undertaker. And Bray Wyatt needs to be put over by The Undertaker. All this stuff, Bray Wyatt. But then I realized we got the Wyatts against The Undertaker and everybody, though. And The Undertaker's coming off not only a loss to Brock Lesnar, but a dirty kind of win sort of thing, controversial thing, and then he loses straight up after that. So, The Undertaker needs a win somewhere.
Would you like Lesnar to team with Taker and then possibly set up a Bray versus Lesnar feud?
No.
No, I don't want to see that.
No.
Lemon, I do want to see that donation, so I thank you so much for the donation, Lemon, but I don't want to see what you said. No, I don't want to see that. Very interesting, but no.
And Joe, just to add what you said, Undertaker came off a dirty win and then a loss at Hell in a Cell, and then he's going to go into Survivor Series. I agree. I don't see him losing again at Survivor Series, and being the fact that WWE's building this up as the 25th anniversary of the Undertaker's debut, I definitely don't see him losing based off that.
Here's another reason why, because you have Undertaker get this win at Survivor Series, because this is like where he debuted. It's a big meaning for him to get this win. And this is his last win, and then his WrestleMania match is going to be his loss, where he leaves. You know what I mean? So this is his last hurrah here, and then so he wins at the event he debuted in 25 years later, celebrating the Undertaker, and then he also gets that legitimacy back as he goes to WrestleMania to face we don't know who. Where he's going to lose, and his career will come to an end in his home state. Although there is a Death Valley, though. Where's Death Valley? It's in Texas. There is one in Texas, right?
I thought it was in Arizona.
It's Arizona. That's what it is. Yeah, so I was going to say hometown, but it's Death Valley. So that's a little bizarre. Isn't that a little weird? That's a little ironic. Like, he's always been being billed from Death Valley, but he lives in Texas. And I wonder how much they'll make a point to mention his home state. And who gives a shit anyway, since they just fucking show everyone faking all over the place, all over TV every night.
Yeah.
So, and I'm going to call it faking because I'm so mad about it, I'm going to do that. There's a wrestler here who'd probably slap me in the face. And, but there you go. That's there. I don't know what else there is, where else we can go. SmackDown needs to be live. I just don't give a shit unless it's live. Just like TNA, sometimes I have trouble watching TNA because I either read the spoilers or I know it was so taped that, so I miss it. Make these things live. I don't understand how they can't understand that wrestling needs to be live. It is so much more. It either needs to be live or it needs to be like a unbelievable like TV show. You know, the only way you can watch something taped is if you have to see it. Some of those Raws back in the Attitude Era, they were taped, but they were so incredibly captivating. You had to see what happened next week.
Japan. He's using NXT to enhance his profile and wrestle the likes of Tanahashi and Okada. Why would Balor want to go to the main roster anyways? Raw sucks and Balor probably knows that he won't ever be pushed deservedly like John Cena.
I think that these wrestlers think they're going to change it. And I'm not joking. I think they're all like in their minds, in spite of everything that's going on, like we're going to all get there. And if all these wrestlers can position themselves and then just have a mutiny or something, like when they get up there, like, no, we're fucking going out there.
The ultimate corporate heel now is not Triple H, or Stephanie, or Vince. That one the man is Kevin Dunn. Oh, the money they can make with WWE's most legitimately hated man.
The only thing is only like 40, maybe 30% of the crowd would understand when they like brought him out there to get beat up. Or whatever storyline you were just thinking about. 812, what's up?
Hey, Cronin, it's Jim Cornette, you motherfucker.
Oh, my God. James E. Cornette.
Hey, I seen you had the fucking physical herpes on your show the other day. You had an interview with Russo. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Hey, he paid me to be on my show. What can I say?
What did he pay you in fucking Bitcoin or some stupid shit? It's Vince fucking Russo. He ain't drawing a dime. He don't know how to draw a fucking dime. He couldn't draw flies if he was dipping shit.
Well, I would have had you on. I've been, tweeting you like crazy ever since I did the Bret Hart impression for you, and you never called me back.
Well, maybe you ought to have your stupid fucking producer contact me once or twice. Maybe I ought to came on your shit bum of a fucking show.
Well, I thought you hated me, Jim. Well, Vince Russo loves God now, so I mean, I don't think he has a problem with you whatsoever.
Well, I did hate him until I found out you had an interview with fucking Vince Russo, gave your show fucking herpes. Your show's doomed now, you dumb motherfucker. What the fuck's wrong with you, man?
Oh, man. Out of nowhere, man. Out of nowhere.
You stupid motherfuckers are on here talking about how the wrestling business is dead, yet you're counter fucking productive, and then you get on here and you talk about, oh, he's going to turn face, he's going to turn heel. The fucking wrestling business is fucked in the ass because of people like you stupid motherfuckers.
Well, Jim, I mean, I'm sorry, Mr. Cornette. I thought we were doing a good show here tonight.
Hang on a second, Joe. Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Hey, those 2 double cheeseburgers, those were extra cheese and nothing else on them.
Oh, my God.
Extra cheese, nothing else on them. All right, Joe, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Listen, Jim, I want to know. I want to buy one of your DVDs. What's your best DVD that I can buy? My
best DVD is you can eat a bag of shit and fuck off.
Okay.
Maybe you can go blow your buddy Russo sometime on the show. You know what I mean?
Okay, Jim. All right, well, Jim, I'm going to do something I never thought I would do. I'm going to hang up on James E. Cornette right now.
I'm going to beat you to it, motherfucker.
Oh, wow.
Unbelievable.
I love it. James E. Cornette. That's the noise when Jim Cornette takes over the steering wheel. Like, I mean, oh my God. He's always so revved up. I should have asked him about Shawn Michaels. I missed an opportunity. I'm so pissed.
I wanted to ask him where he gets all them tennis rackets from.
That's a great question. I bet
how many does he have?
I bet you that's been asked a bunch of him. You know what I mean? Like, you got a million fucking tennis rackets. He probably makes them himself. Yeah, maybe
does he actually play tennis? Is another question I'd love to ask.
You know what he does? He goes out and buys those expensive covers, but then he takes broken tennis rackets from like fucking poor shelters or whatever you like, the thrift shops. He goes into thrift shops and grabs the broken tennis racket thing, and he just buys them on eBay for $1, but he puts the same cover on them all. It's a great idea. If only you could do that with a guitar, Jeff Jarrett. Where does Jeff Jarrett get his guitars? All right, guys, I think we're pretty much wrapped up here. I mean, you got any closing thoughts on anything here tonight?
Not really. I don't know. I think we covered pretty much everything.
I think we covered what we wanted to cover. I'm sure I'll think of some shit later on, but whatever. There's more time in the week to bitch, moan, and complain and talk about WWE. Guys, go check out JD. JD from New York, 206. JD from NY, 206. On YouTube, if you haven't checked him out, over 30,000 subs. Fucking destroying it. Chair Shot Reality, go check him out on their podcast. He's all over the place. He's playing video games. He's talking wrestling. He's beating people up. He's drinking beer. He's going to work. He's telling his boss to kiss his ass. It's unbelievable. And, of course, me, Joe Cronin, the Vince Russo interview that I did, 40 minutes. It's coming up tomorrow night. So get ready for that, probably around 10, 11 p.m. Eastern time. The Vince Russo entire 40-minute interview. It's going to be freaking awesome. And, of course, news from my producer, Justin, that we're going to have a whole bunch more people coming on the show. So it's going to be a blast. Click the like button, stick the thumb up my ass. And if you guys want to donate to Jesse, because Jesse just got robbed. I don't know if anybody knows about this. My buddy Jesse, friggin' some sick bastard broke into his house, stole his guitar, stole his shit. So if anybody wants to help him out, if you do donate when we're off the air, make sure you write to Jesse or something like that, and I'll make sure it gets to him. Absolutely fucking sickening what happened to him. But check us out. YouTube.com/Joe Cronin. Just subscribe right here, like button. If you missed our other Out of Nowhere episode, it's on JD's channel, so go check that out. Episode 3.5. If you didn't click over and go see that and you missed it last week, go over to JD's channel. It's up. 3.5 Out of Nowhere was our best show we ever did. It might have been. I think it was better than this one too. I think it was still better. So go fucking check that out. And you had it on your channel. I'm jealous. I want to die. It was great, but it was a good week of wrestling too. So there was a lot to talk about. This week was a little bit more on the downside, but we'll continue to keep pumping it out. At Joe Cronin Show on Twitter. At JD from New York on Twitter, right?
Yep. JD from NY206 on Twitter.
JD from NY206. I always fuck that up because I always just think it's your name. And I got nothing else. So we'll see you. Have a good night. Make sure you drink something for us, because I know I'm going to get drunk.
Later, guys.
See you later.